What's up, YouTube? Now, it is a nice day, but the cloud has just come over a little bit, so it's a bit shaded, which is nice. I am actually at Great Mist Tor, and the reason for this, two reasons. Number one, I'm going to show you what I think are the best places to camp up here, and the second reason is a bit of fire safety information, because we recently had a fire on Dartmoor and yeah, it didn't look nice. But before we get into that, let's get up here and show you where me and Alex have camped the past few times we've been up here. So this spot here behind me is where we've camped the last couple of times. It is relatively flat ground. There's no big divots in the ground either, and it's not too rocky when you're trying to peg out, which is good. Yeah, you can get a couple tents dotted around. Obviously there are, you know, rocks and boulders in the ground, but it is okay. The last two times we've been up here, we've camped in this spot because it was westerly wind, so we were covered by this litter of rocks, which was obviously beneficial. You don't have any protection from south, east, and mostly north if the wind's coming in any of those, but you are relatively low down compared to everywhere else, so it doesn't hit you that much. So yeah, this is a good spot to go. Really do like it here, and the views in the morning are spectacular, as you can see. Waking up to that, beautiful. So this is just at the base of the Tor. As you come in, there's a standing stone that you can see, kind of just marks the area. Yeah, but I mean, anywhere really around this side of the Tor, the easterly side of the Tor, is pretty good ground, pretty solid, and it's not wet or waterlogged often, so you're pretty good most of the year round up here on this side anyway. That side, that's another story. But again, just walk up a couple of yards and you got all of this flat ground. It's banked slightly, but I think it will do. Oh my God, my Dartmoor moment's happening. I'm gonna get a helicopter on camera. Yes. Oh, he's turned around. It looks like he's just circling. Oh, I felt like a real Francis Boudoir moment, you know, the train guy. Oh, he's coming back. Let's walk down a bit, shall we? Don't know what he's doing, but, or she. I don't know what they're doing, but they're going back. Anyway, yeah, as I was saying, so you could walk up a couple of yards and you still got some relatively decent places to pitch, sheltered from the westerly winds for sure. Now we're going to go up to the second level of this Tor. Yes, I've kind of only just discovered it's in like 3 different levels. So we're on the ground floor, right? So we're going to walk up to the second floor, or first floor. So I can already feel how soft the ground is. We've had a lot of dry weather recently, so it's not wet. But if you have a day or two of rain, then this isn't going to be really suitable for pitching up. You'll get really wet. Probably won't have a good sleep. Anyway, so there are some spots that don't get very waterlogged up here. It is where I am now. As you can see, it's like a lovely grazed area. And you got all of this area here. A few little rocks dotted about. But again, pegging out isn't too bad. It's a little bit more rockier ground underneath than it is down there. But yeah, you have got a lot of flat ground here, which is nice. But as I did say, it can get wet, so some of these patches might not be very suitable. And this is directly below the what do you call it? Antenna mast, communications thing. It's basically directly below on the west side of the tor, east side of the tor, sorry, not west. Now walking over to the south side of the tor, you can see you've got a really flat piece of ground just here. Now, I actually haven't camped here on this bit, but I have seen people pitched up here, and I can see why. It's really flat. It's nice and soft-ish. Your pegs aren't going to get ripped out. The only thing I can find, or the only thing I have noticed, is the east and the south. So I imagine it could get a little bit blowy on a relatively windy day. But you know, it's all in the planning. You always plan ahead anyway. You choose your spot suitable to the the change of weather, etc. Yeah, this is a nice spot. I do want to camp on this one. I did say that to Alex last time, but last time we came up here, there were loads of people camping already, so we did have to go back down to our original spot. Now moving on to the third level, second floor, third floor, whichever one, the third tier, which is just north of the tor itself. So, this area here gets extremely wet. Definitely not worth pitching up here, I guarantee you. Although today it is very dry, very soft. But a good indication of how wet it gets for me is when you have puddles of mud like this. The last time I came up here, it was a good day. So yeah, look, once again, tier 3. Behind me in a minute, but you'll see what I can do now. Let's have a look this way, which is to the west of the tor. So, down here, although it looks pretty picturesque, nice and flat, and relatively free floors, down here it's an absolute cesspool of mud and water on a wet day. Yeah, it's very boggy down there. On this tor here, this outcrop, you can pitch like on this sort of shelf. That's relatively dry. I've seen people camping up there quite a few times. In fact, I think we were camping on Great Nest last time. We sat up on top of the tor. Some setting there's 3 people pitched up on that shelf trying to guess their tents. So it is possible to pitch up there. I haven't actually been there myself, pitched up there myself, but I have seen people do it. That is the west side of the Right, let's get to the southwest side. That's pretty much it. And this is the south of the Tor. And as you can see, it's just littered with rocks, so no real place to pitch up. Oh, while we're here, it's the Devil's Frying Pan, just like a rock basin. Yeah. God, I love Great Mist Tor. So that is pretty much it for Great Mist Tor. Some half decent spots that you can pitch up in, some places that I would recommend avoiding. Now you can go down to Little Mist Tor again, which is quite a popular place, but around the Tor itself is extremely wet on a good day, but you can't see. Maybe if I might be able to get a bit closer, get a bit of a shot for you guys. You got a big convoy of people down there. I say a convoy, a big group of people down there setting up for the 10 tours, and they are actually pitched over there themselves. So you can't, like I said, you can pitch down there if Great Mist is unavailable, just out of reach, or you know, whatever reason, you can go down there. Now, for a bit of fire safety, behind me, just there, up that way, there, if you can see it, my zoom's not very good, is what's left of the scorched gorse and land from the fire that happened a few days ago, or last week. It destroyed just over 1,200 acres of land, which is around 2 square miles. Yeah, it went on for quite some time. I saw a lot of people on the Facebook groups posting pictures and videos. So there were some people here at Great Mist Tor, and they could, you know, they could see the fire happening. Yeah, it's not good. I don't think anyone died, but I would imagine there were probably some animals that died in that fire, especially like ground nesting birds. I'm not sure if there was any livestock caught up in that, but yeah, it's not a nice thing to have happen in such a beautiful place, you know. And it's, you know, it's nobody's fault in particular. Wildfires start on their own naturally, but they also do start with the aid of us, you know, particularly doing barbecues or starting fires, you know, little fires that turn out to be massive and out of control. So when you're up on Dartmoor, especially on days where it's like this, where it's really warm, really dry, and you know, whether you're going camping or you're out for the day with your family, no barbecues, no disposable ones, no barbecues off the ground. You know, I wouldn't risk it. No open fires, obviously. Maybe, you know, your little stove, if you're using that, put it on a rock somewhere and keep an eye on it at all times, obviously. And take your rubbish home, because believe it or not, things like glass bottles magnify the sun, and that does actually help to start a wildfire. So yeah, just be mindful of that. Take your shit home, you know, be a responsible adult, and hopefully that fire wasn't the cause of anyone in particular. I'm not entirely sure. I don't think so, but you know, let's just hope that it doesn't happen again. And yeah, be responsible. Yeah, I think that's it. So thanks for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video and I've inspired you to come out to Great Miss and do a bit of a wild camp. And if you have enjoyed it, please consider subscribing to the channel for more hiking, camping and gear reviews. And hopefully I'll see you all next time. The next video is going to be Dartmoor prison break. And if you subscribe to the channel, you'll know that I've talked about it a few times already in the past. But I'm going to be starting at Dartmoor prison and getting as far away as possible from it within 12 hours. So it's going to be good fun. I've done it last year, loved it. I'm doing it again this year. Let me know if you guys are doing it, if anyone's doing it. And if you're not doing it, I would really appreciate if you could donate £1, £5, £10, whatever you can spare to my Just Giving page, because it all goes to Dartmoor Search and Rescue, and we all know how important they are. If you can donate, I'll leave a link in the description, and all the money goes directly to them. So I'm not going to be lining my pockets, don't worry. Anyway, hopefully I'll see you next time. I'll see you later. Do you know what's funny? I just walked past Great Little Miss Tor and past all the people setting up for the 10 Tours base camp up there. And well, don't know if you can see that down there. There he is. There. That's a flatbed truck who's just delivered portaloos up on Dartmoor. And it looks like they've got a barbecue. So when I said a minute ago, don't have open fires, don't bring a barbecue, whether it's disposable or portable, I don't know. They've got a big barbecue up there. I say a big one. They've got a tall freestanding barbecue and a gas canister, you know, the big ones. But yeah, anyway, don't like to moan.